All right, the recording has begun. This is day number 3, week 5 of our journey together. Yes, day number 3, week 5 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. We have started a series on fractions. Yesterday we learned how to add two fractions with unlike denominators, which is very important. I mean, extremely important. You have to be familiar, not just familiar. You have to be able to to add these fractions, especially when they do not have the same denominator. That's very important. So we're going to continue with that today, increasing with the complexity each time.
Mr. Petit.
Hello?
Mr. Petit, this is John Fett.
Go ahead. All right, so yeah, let's continue. So we're gonna begin properly. This is a very important class, I must admit. This is very important in our skills development, because adding fractions, it deals with so much different other skills. Like, can you multiply? Can you, like, adding fractions, put everything together? Can you multiply? Can you divide? Can you convert improper fractions to proper fraction? Improper fractions to mixed numbers. So it's like, it's one skill, but there's multiple skills inside of it. So it's going to be interesting to see how you all do with these questions. I'm interested to see how you all fare with these questions. We'll see how it goes. But definitely want you to develop that skill. You need that skill. And I'll have to give you some homework as well, just to reinforce those skills. So let's begin. Let's set up properly. Today is Monday. It's the 2nd of August. Writing this feels, I guess,
It's Monday.
I mean, not Monday, Wednesday. I am so off. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of August. Writing August feels weird. It's new. It's the beginning of a new month. We'll see how this month goes. The subject, of course, is mathematics. We are in a wonderful theme. I'm glad we are on this theme. I cannot tell you how glad I am we're on this theme. Because this is where a lot of students have problems with fractions. So we're on the theme, still on this theme of fractions, how to add them, how to multiply them, and the like. So let's get this skills development. So the first thing we want to do is I want to do some more examples on adding fractions. So let's begin. So let's say we have the fraction. Yesterday we had 5 and 3. So let's say we have the fraction, this number 1. So let's say we have the fraction of 1 over 5 plus 2 over 3. Right, so we have 1 over 5 and 2 over 3. And that's our first one. So we have 1 over 5 plus 2 over 3. That's our first question. See how you all are able to do that. So what's the first step? I want Alasia. Can you tell me what is the first step? What is the first thing that we're gonna do with this?
Find the multiples of the unlike denominators.
Very good. Find the multiples of the unlike denominators. So we need to find In particular, what we're really trying to find, Elijah, what are we really trying to find?
The LCM,
And what is LCM?
lowest common multiple.
Very good. We're trying to find the lowest common multiple of the denominators. So we have 5 and we have 3. So we're trying to find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3. I want Tiara, can you give me the multiples of 5?
Today it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Very good. You went all the way up to 60, that's good. But for this one, we only need to go up to like 25. So list the multiples of 5 and list the multiples of 3, please, and find the lowest common multiple of the 2. Again, list the multiples of 5 and list the multiples of 3 and find the multiple, so lowest common multiple of the 2.
We are doing this?
Yes, do it. All right, so the lowest common, the multiples of 5 are, like Tia already told us, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And to stop at 25. Then I want, Taya, can you give me the multiples of 3?
Yes, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. What comes after 15?
18.
18, very good. Talia, what is the lowest common multiple of the 2?
15.
15, very good. So the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3 is 15. Good, now that we have found the lowest common multiple, Shion, what are we gonna do? Now that we know the lowest common multiple of these 2.
We are going to multiply 3 times, 5 times 3.
Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the what?
So
Top. What is 5 times 3?
5 times 3 is 15.
What do we do to this side, by the way? Shion,
Pardon me?
what do we do to this side?
Which side?
The 2 over 3, what do we do to that?
The 2 over 3, we multiply that 2 also by 3.
So we multiplying the 3 by 3? Are you sure about that?
No, we multiply the 3 by 5.
Yes, multiply 3 by 5. We multiply the 2 by 5.
5.
Okay, good. So we say 5 times 3, but it's 5 times 3. Not too sure much, Shion. I want Talia. What is 5 times 3?
You say me?
Yes.
Oh, 15.
And what is 1 times 3?
1. I mean, 3.
3. Good. Plus. Ramon, what is 2 times 5?
10.
Very good. 2 times 5 is 10. And what is 3 times 5, Ramon?
15.
15. Very good. And Michael, what is the next thing that we do? What's the next thing that we do? What's the next thing that we do?
Next thing you do is add it.
Say it again.
You have to add.
Add. Okay. How are we gonna add?
You
Oh,
have
what
to
are we gonna-
add plus 10. Plus
Say it again.
add 3 plus 10.
Add 3 plus 10. What do we do to the denominator? Do we add them?
Yes, sir.
So you're gonna add the denominators as well?
Yes, sir.
No, we don't add denominators. We only add the numerators. All right. All right, so it's gonna be 10 plus 3 is what? What is 10
13?
plus? Yes, 13. Very good. It's gonna be 13 over what?
15.
13 over 15. Very good. Do we have to simplify this any further?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Do we? Are you sure? Look at it. Do we have to simplify it any further?
You can't simplify it.
No, we cannot simplify it. Why?
13 can't go to 50.
Because there's no number that can go into both 13 and 15 without leaving a denominator except for 1. All right, so we leave it as 13 over 15. All right, so that's how we do it. I want Shekinah Kalma.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain how we got 13 over 15?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you see how much you see how 5 and 3 are
So,
like the numbers could match inside of 5 and 3.
so we have defined the multiples of 5 and 3, which is 5, which is, we mean list off the multiples of 5 and we list off the multiples of 3. And then what do? We find the what? The lowest what?
The lowest common factor.
Not factor,
The lowest common multiple.
multiple. What is the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3?
15.
15, very good. And then what do we do with 15?
You put that as your denominator,
Good.
and then you see what numbers, how much if you times 5,
Hmm.
how much you could times 5 to get 15.
And what is that number?
3.
3. Good. And whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. And
Mhm.
and so what is 1 times 3?
3.
3. Very good. Now we go to the next one.
So 3 times 5 gives you 15.
Hmm.
And 2 times 5 gives you 10. So you
Very
put that
good.
as the numerator.
Good.
Then you add it,
Uh-huh.
and that's 13.
What is 13? How you get 13?
3 plus 10.
Good. And what else we do?
You put that as the numerator and
Mhm.
15 as the denominator.
Very good. All right, excellent. So that's how we do this one. Are we done with this slide? Can I move it? Again, are we done with this slide?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Javin.
What if you have like a next number in 5 and 3?
Like you mean if it could simplify?
No, I mean like you see how 15 right there. What if you had a next number that go to 15 too?
Okay, so you mean if we didn't have 5 and 3, if we had different denominators?
No, I meant what if we had a next with a 5 and 3? What if you had a next number in those?
Oh, okay. You choose the lowest one.
Okay.
Okay. So let's look at number 2. All right, so
I can ask you something, Mr. Petit.
go ahead.
Sorry. You said the 15 is the lowest. I understand that, right? But why you choose 15?
Because 15 is common in both.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead.
So we were doing this yesterday, right? And
Yes,
I
yes.
didn't understand anything that we were doing. And so we did this one just now, right? So I
Uh-huh.
see we have 13 over 15. Because I've
Uh-huh.
got 13 over 15 as well.
Okay.
What I was doing was saying how much 13 could go into 15.
Oh,
Like and here is a lower number on top. But I noticed on the other two examples that you gave us yesterday, it's
yes.
more of a higher number at the top. So you see
Yes.
how much go into
Yeah.
those numbers.
Yes. So yeah, that's a good point. So if if our numerator is lower than the denominator, then it's good. It's a proper fraction. So we don't have to do nothing with it. So maybe I should make a note of that. So sorry. So yeah, let's make a note of that. So this is a proper fraction, so it needs no simplification. So
Thank you, because that's how I get to understand it now that you did it, and notice that the 13 couldn't go into the 15 couldn't go into the 13. So you left it. Okay.
yes,
Good. Because that's really confused until we did this one.
that's good. So this is a proper fraction. And no division is needed here, right? We don't need to divide here like how we did in, yesterday. Where's Lanaya?
Yes, sir.
I thought you said you already did the drawings.
I missed one.
Okay. And no division.
That number 4.
Okay, isn't needed here. All right, so let's move on to the next question. I want to do another one. This one, obviously, we can have the divide. So not the same great exercise yet. This is another example. All right, so Okay, so let's add these two fractions. So let's say we have yesterday we did 3/5, we did 4/5, we did 4 and 2, 3. Okay, so let's say we have 5/4 plus 3/2. All right. Good. So Kenyon, are you there? Where's Kenyon? Kenyon, are you there? I can't hear from Kenyon. How about Kai? Kai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me the multiples of 5, please.
5, 10,
Uh-huh.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
Okay, so we only stopping at 25, right?
Yes, sir.
So 5, 10, 15. How come your mic is working today and it wasn't working yesterday? I don't
I
understand.
got a new mic.
You got a new one today?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Now I can hear you.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, mom.
why you using 5 instead of 4?
Oh, wow. Why did I use? I'm sorry. Why did I even do this? This is so wrong. I'm sorry. Please change this. I honestly thought I did. I'm so sorry. This is wrong.
I was supposed to tell you because that didn't matter. So
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
We can.
I want us to use 6 and 5. Yeah, as I wanted to use. And I wanted to use 4/3. I'm sorry. Good. So the denominators are 5 and 3.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mm-hmm.
Why can you use a different number?
Say it
for the
again.
Why can you not use a different numbers for the denominators?
We can. I just didn't teach her yet. So,
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
all right. Multiples of 3. It's going to be what? 3, 6,
9,
9,
12,
12,
15,
15,
18.
18, and so on, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means that 15 is going to be our what?
Denominator.
Our lowest common multiple. Okay, next, what we're going to do is we're going to ask ourselves, what times 5 gives me 15? And I'm going to ask, what's her name? Destiny. Destiny, are you there?
I'm here.
What times 5 gives me 15?
3.
3. Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. Darnik, what times 3 gives me 15?
5.
5, very good. And so what that means is that we have 5 times 3, which is what? 15. And Deandra, what is 6 times 3?
18.
18, very good. 18 plus 3 times 5 is what?
15.
15, very good. And Chai, what is 4 times 5?
20.
20, very good. All right, so it's going to be equal to Alasia. What do we do at this point?
Add the two numerators.
Add the two numerators, very good. And what is that?
38.
Lanaya, where's Lanaya?
Yes, sir.
Why are you drawing linear functions? These are quadratic graphs. So you need to do them again. Your graph is a quadratic graph. That's why. Y is quadratic. So you can't be giving me linear functions for that. Now your derivative is a linear function, but your y is a quadratic function. So you shouldn't be giving me no linear graphs. Like, pay attention, man. Stay focused, Lanaya. Come on, it's right in your book. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so 18 plus 20 is what?
38,
38, very good. And so we have 38 over what?
15,
Over 15. Now, is this a proper fraction?
no, sir.
No, it's not a proper fraction. It's what? An improper fraction. So now we have to divide, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we're gonna say 15 into 38. So how much times 15 goes into 38? So let's do that. Now for just these ones, no classes, no calculators whatsoever. Nobody using calculators, everything show working. So 15 into 38. Jeremy, how much times 15 can go into 38? Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
How much times 15 can go into 38? Does someone want to help him? How much times 15 go?
Twice.
Twice, very good. Twice. What is 15 times 2? So 15 times 2, stood on the side. All right, 2 times 5 is 10.
10,
Put the 0 down, put the 1 up. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3, so it's 30. So 15 times 2 is 30. All right. Now we're gonna what? Subtract, right? 30 minus 38 is what?
8,
8. And so what is our whole number?
whole number is 2, and 8 is the numerator, and 15 is the denominator.
Very good. So the whole number is 2. 8 is the numerator. Oh boy. Oh. And 15 is the denominator. All right, so we're looking pretty good. Please turn the camera off. We don't need to see your face right now. Now, China, turn your camera off. All right. All right, so Taya, what's gonna be our answer?
So the whole number will be 2 and the fraction will be 8 over 15.
8 over 15. All right. All right, so this is how we do it. Any questions on this? Any questions on this? Let me know. No? Kenyan, where's Kenyan?
Okay, they missed the boutique.
Hello.
Power just come on, so I don't know what they missed.
Just this slide and this slide. So take a screenshot of it for me, please. Kenyon, are you in class?
Yes, I'm in class.
Do you understand what we're doing, or you need another example?
You can do one more example for me, please.
Okay, sure. All right, so what we're gonna do is notice that we have 6/5 and 4/3. The first thing we have done is we have what? Find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3. That's the first thing. So we list the multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We list the multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And then once we list those multiples, we have to find the lowest common multiple, which is in this case, 15. Next, what we do is we multiply 5 by 3, and that gives us 15. And we multiply, whatever we do to the bottom, we multiply to the top. So it's gonna be 5 times 3, which is 15, and 6 times 3, which is also, 6 times 3, which gives us 18. Next, we say 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15, and whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So 4 times 5 is going to be 20. Next, what we do is we say, okay, 18 plus 20 is going to be 38, right? And what we do is we have to divide 38 and 15. So we say how much times 15 goes into 38? 15 goes into 38 twice. So 2 becomes the whole number, right? And yeah, 2 becomes the whole number. And then we say how much times 15 goes into 38? Well, 15 times 2 is 30. And so it's 38 over 38 minus 30, which is going to be 8. 2 is the whole number. 8 is the numerator and 15 is the denominator. All right. Okay, so are we done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna do one more example, but I'm gonna let you do it on your own first. Again, are we done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Let's move on. All right, for this one, again, let me repeat myself. Do this one on your own. The moment you are finished, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I want to see if you have done it correctly. I can repeat myself again. This one is to be done by yourself. The moment that you are done, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I'm going to repeat myself again because I know people, oh, Mr. Petit, I didn't. Repeat myself again. This is to be done by yourself. No calculators. Once you are completed with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. It's only one question. So this is, I want us to do, let's do 7 over 5 plus plus 5 over 3. It's interesting. This one, again, this is to be done by yourself. So write it down and quickly do it by yourself. Once you're finished, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, this is to be done by yourself on your own. Once you're finished with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. You do not have eternity to do this question. So quickly do it and send it to me via WhatsApp. And I'll see if you got it right. I'll immediately check it. So please quickly do it so I can check and see if you understand what you are doing. All right, Christopher, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you please send in the work that you're supposed to send in about the unknown angles, cosine rule?
Yes, sir. But I only finished 1 to 5. I didn't do no 6.
Okay, finish that up and then send it.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Again, this is the question that is to be done by everyone. Once you finish with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone, please. I need to see you doing it on your own. And not somebody.
Mr. Bitty, good afternoon. Just the same thing we did yesterday?
Yesterday, yes, same thing.
All right, thank you.
Hello. Hey, good afternoon. All right, so Miss Olivia.
Yes, sir.
You sent your work yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why didn't you multiply the top by 3? You didn't show the multiplication there, Olivia.
Working in my head. Okay. All right, so I'll do it.
Okay. Alasia,
Yes, sir.
why do you have divided by 3? It's not divided by 3, it's multiplied by 3. Please correct that and resend it. Destiny. Destiny. Look what I have here. I have multiplied by 3, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 5, multiplied by 5. I do not have 6 to the 3rd power. I don't know what you'd be doing. Please fix that. Destiny. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Please fix that. Y'all just want to be writing your own thing. Write what I have on the screen.
And Miss Patty, I sent my work.
Erica? No. You have to divide. How much times 15 goes into first of all, let me see something. Probably looking at the wrong thing.
You're looking at the wrong thing, so
Yeah, I looking around.
yeah. Don't make me seem like that, and I try it. Thank you.
21, 15. No. Multiply 5 by 5 again.
You mean me?
I mean this.
Yeah, you're right. I messed up.
I know, I right.
My bad.
Olivia,
Yes, sir.
don't cross out the fours.
Don't cross them out.
No, don't cross them out. It's just 0. So don't cross them out.
Okay, thank you.
I send my work.
Okay.
I sent my work in, Mr. D.
Okay.
Mr.
Alasia.
Petit, I said, man.
Okay, great. Alasia. Where's Alasia? Alasia got it right. Olivia got it right. Jevin? Where's Jevin? Let's go. Let's go. Jevin got it. Awesome. So I'm talking about. Wow. I'm actually proud of you, Jevin. Where's Jevin? Let's go. And it's neat and everything. Perfect. Good. Kai. Kai, you're not done. Divide the thing. Where's Kai?
Yes, sir.
Divide it, please. How much times 15 goes into 46? Come on. Do we ever leave it as improper fraction? No, right? Jeremy,
No, sir.
I cannot see this. When you take a picture of the book take a picture of the, you can't take the picture of it so far. I need to see the actual page. Where's Jeremy? Jeremy.
Mr. Petit, I send you mine, okay?
Yeah, I see it. You can check it's on. Where's Jeremy?
I sent mine.
Okay, Shakina. Jeremy just disappeared. Jeremy,
Yes, sir.
resend the picture, please.
Okay.
It's not okay. I know teacher okay. It's either yes or no, sir. Deandra, you're not finished. You have to change it into into a mixed number. You just have it as an improper fraction. Okay. Very good, Teo. The rest of you, please send in your work.
So,
I said very good. Chai, where's your equal sign? Put the equal sign, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shion. Ms. Lopez?
Yes, sir.
Check 5 times 5 again, please.
Okay.
And
Hey, can I see the example before this example, please? I'm trying to catch on to it, so I need to see the example before this one would be doing now, please.
yeah, yes, it's on the screen.
Can I do half of the example on the thing what we do now, Mr. Petit?
Tiara, yes, you can help me.
Yes, sir.
Yours is right. But please do not put no remainder. Y'all in grade what? Going in grade 9. We don't do no remainder, just leave it. Do you see any remainder in my work? I don't put no remainder one. These are for people in grade 4 and 5.
Am I correct now, so?
I can check right now. Where's Kai?
Yes, sir.
Yours is right. Where's Talia? Talia, I don't have your work.
That's mine, it's you.
Talia,
Yes, sir.
I don't have your work. See if you get it. Are you able to take a picture? That's unfortunate. Send it to me. Send it to my email.
Okay.
Where's Shekinah? It's not okay, Talia. I keep on telling you about that. Where's Shekinah? Shekinah Roberts? Okay, she's Shekinah, you need to make your whole number big. So that has to be like a capital, it has to be a huge 3. You can't put no small 3 on the side of that. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
So change it and resend it. And who I haven't checked? Whose work I haven't checked yet?
Mr. Petit, my WhatsApp is being acting a little weird right now, so I'm gonna send it to your email.
Yeah, send it to my email, please. Do you know my email?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Whose work I haven't checked yet? I mean.
Mr. Petit, you want to check
Yes.
mine, sir?
You sure? You sure? Look at your phone.
Excuse me, Miss Petit, it's not my work.
Jeremy, resend it. Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Petit, what's your email?
Let me put in the chat. It's the open and the classroom at gmail.com. Before you do that, Talia, type in your answer in the chat, please. Just type it out. Let me see if you got the right answer. Type it out. Seeing that you cannot send me the work.
Sorry for the interruption. You check mine, Mr. Petit?
Deandra. Let me see. Okay. Well, when you're writing it, Deandra, the whole number has to be way bigger than it has to be written like that. So you cannot have it floating in the air. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So when you do it, it's gonna be 3 and you understand? Like that.
Okay, yes, sir.
Where is okay, so I got the answer. Anyone else I haven't checked yet?
Yo, Jeff, my Miss Petit.
Miss Higgs, Erica, you're good.
Yay.
Aranique, the same problem. Where's Aranique?
Yes, sir.
When you do your work, it's supposed to be capital 3 and the fractions like this. You cannot have your 3 smaller than that. It's a whole number. So it has to be a big 3. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where's Talia? Talia, did you put your answer in the chat?
Mr. Petit, I send you mine again.
The chat is able.
Oh yeah, that's true. The chat is disabled. Let me enable it. Try now. Oh wow. Alasia. Where's Alasia?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
How you do that?
I did it in the front room and the curtains was open, so.
Okay. What's her name? Talia. Talia, I got your work. Talia. I see it. Where's Talia?
Yes, sir.
You're dividing wrong. We're dividing wrong. You divide 15 into 46 wrong. Yeah, very wrong. So divide it again. And once you finish, take a picture of it and send it to me. I could get it immediately from your email, so that's good. It doesn't take long. Shion,
Yes, sir.
you divide wrong. No, Arnik. Arnik is still, it's still not right. I can show you how to do it right now. Okay, so what we have, the problem that a lot of you are having is not the work. Where's Kenyon? Kenyon, are you there? It's not the one who I have to check. Where's Kenyon? Let me check Kenyon before we start. Kenyon, send your work. What's the whole up? Send your work. You don't need to be typing, send your work. All right. So the problem that a lot of you are having is not necessarily with the steps, you know. The problem that some of you are having is that some of you cannot divide and you cannot multiply properly. That's where your problem lies. So what you need to do is you need to learn, first of all, learn your timetable. That's the first thing. So after class, make it your business to learn your timetables. And the second thing is you need to learn how to divide properly. It's impossible for you to be going to grade 9 and you can't divide. That don't make no sense. You had all of primary school to learn how to divide. So you need to learn how to divide. That's very, very, very important. And if I figure out that you cannot divide, what I will do is I will give you a whole worksheet on division. So you can spend your whole weekend learning how to divide, because clearly you cannot divide. So you need to learn how to divide. That's the first thing. And learn how to multiply properly, because you don't want to be making those mistakes. Because you're going in grade 9. And if you're going in grade 9, you have to be able to divide. There's another person right there. I don't know why I use 7. All right, so let's do this together. Give me one moment because I want to speak to Kenyon. I'm trying to figure out why you use 7. And then we can get into it. Hello? Why you use 7? Remember, you're supposed to use the denominator. So it's 5 and 3. So you have to find the lowest common multiple of the denominator, not of the numerators. You understand me? So you have to find the multiples of 5 and multiples of 3. We're gonna do it now, and so I want you to pay attention closely, so that when it's time to do the graded exercise, you can do it properly. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's do this together. Where's Talia? Talia, did you resend your work?
I send it now.
Okay, you saw your error?
Yes, sir.
Can you find a pencil, please? Because you writing in pen is not it. Because when you make a mistake, you just and it looks bad. And make your 4 look like a 4. Your 4 look like a 9. Talia. All right, so let's go. So, all right, so what's the first thing we're gonna do?
It supposed to be me.
Yeah, go ahead.
The first thing we're supposed to do is find the LCM of 5 and 3.
Very good. We have to find LCM of 5 and 3. So 5 is what? The multiples of 5 are what? 5.
5, 15, 15, 20, 25.
5, 10, 20. I mean 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh yeah, 15, 20.
Yeah. I mean 25. That's the first thing we're gonna do. Find the multiples of 5. The next thing that we're gonna do is find the multiples of what?
3.
Of 3. Kai, what are the multiples of 3?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
Okay, 3,
30,
6.
37.
Okay, good. Thank you. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18, and so on, right? Sorry. Lanaya, did you send me anything? Are you still working? Lanaya, Marshall, did you send me anything? Are you still working?
Sorry, I'm still working.
Okay. So the lowest common multiple, Deandra, is what? Deandra, what is the lowest common multiple there? I guess she's distracted. So Chai, what is the lowest common multiple?
15.
15, very good. Aranik, what do we do from here? Oh my goodness. Ramon Raming, where's Ramon? Ramon, where's Ramon? That one did not send his work. Ramon Raming, this one should come so late, man. Anyway, we could deal with it. Ramon, I don't understand this. If you're not gonna be answering, why are you in the call? I don't get it. Okay, so Aranik, what is the lowest common multiple again?
15.
15, very good. So it's gonna be equal to. So what do we do? What do we do here, Aranik?
Multiply 5 times 3.
Very good. We multiply 5 times 3. And we multiply what? 7 by what?
3.
By 3. Very good. Next up, what do we do for the 3?
Multiply by 5.
Very good. We multiply by 5. And what do we do with the 5?
Multiply by 5.
Very good. So, Talia, what is 5 times 3?
15.
Very good. And what is 7 times 3?
21.
21. And we add them. Tristan Moss. Tristan Moss, are you there? Okay, I can Tiara. What is 3 times 5?
3 times 5 is 15.
Good. And Shekinah, what is 5 times 5?
25.
25, very good. Shoshone, is Shoshone there? Shoshone, if you're there, please respond either by speaking or.
I'm there, sir.
Okay. Oh, you got your mic fixed.
Yes, sir. I made them
Awesome.
on a different device, but yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. You came so late. Why did you come late? You missed so much. You missed a lot, you know.
I understand internet problems.
Yeah, but Bahamas has internet problems in that area.
Yeah,
Tell them.
Oh,
internet issues in the area.
okay. Well, that's understandable. Next time, just Let your mommy send me a message that you're gonna be late. All right, so Shoshone, what is 21 plus 25?
46.
46, very good. That's quick. 5 plus 1 is 6, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So we add the numerators. Shoshone, do we add the denominators or we leave them?
I think you, if they're the same, you would leave them.
Yeah, if they're the same, you leave them. Very good. So we leave them, so it's gonna be 15. Where is Talia?
Yeah, so
Do you see my numbers? Do you see how my work is?
yeah, so
You see how neat it is, right? And I'm on a laptop writing on a mouse. You have a pen and a pen. You have a pen or a pencil. Please form your numbers correctly or I will let you do them again because there's no way I can be a teacher and you're writing untidy, just untidy. Your numbers ain't formed properly. Your lines ain't straight, everything wrong. Like it just looked appalling. So you have to correct it, especially that handwriting. That's very important. So what do we do here, Talia? We have 46 over 15. What do we do?
divide.
Okay, explain it for me. Explain it to me. That's why I'm asking you. Explain it to me.
Divide 15 by 46.
Okay, what do you mean? What goes on the outside? What goes on the inside?
15 goes on the outside, 46 goes on the inside.
Good. So 15 and 46. How much times 15 goes into 46?
3.
3 times. What is 15 times 3? Talia, what is 15 times 3?
45.
You guessing? Let's do it. 3 times 5 is what? Talia, I'm talking to you.
I think she's talking about her mic.
My mic is, yeah, I can't hear her for some reason. Go ahead, Talia.
15.
15. Okay, good. Put the 5 down, put the 1 up. 3 times 1 is
3.
plus 1,
4.
4. So it's 45. What do we do here?
You put the 45, you subtract it. 6 take away 5 is 1.
So how come you get this wrong? I don't understand how you divide it wrong.
Oh, okay, so I saw where I messed up because when I was multiplying 15 and 3, I didn't multiply 15, I multiplied 5 and 3 instead of doing the 15 times 3.
You mean when you you mean
Mr.
give me 1 moment, Shion. Give me 1 moment. I'm talking to
I
Leah.
don't.
Okay, you were saying something to Leah?
Yeah, so
When you
when
say
I,
when you go ahead.
when I was supposed to multiply 15 times 3, I didn't multiply 15 and 3, I multiplied 5 and 3. That's what got me to 15, and that's when I subtract. And then when I gone back to do it again, I realized that I didn't do 15, I did 5.
Oh, you did 5. I see. Be careful. You have to be able to divide properly. You go into grade 9. You're going into grade 9, 6. You almost graduate. And you have to be able to divide. That's primary school stuff. All right. Now, what do we do? Shion, you had a question?
You said going wrong, but I did the same thing.
No, I'm saying. What I'm saying is, your first one, you had 5 times 5 is 15. That's what you had. And I said, check
Yes,
it.
sir, that's the first one, but I do it again.
Yeah. And when you did it again, yes. No, this is not what you have. You have 4 minus 4 is 2. But 4 minus 4 is not 2, it's 0.
What you looking at, Mr. Petit?
Oh, Lord.
Come to the very bottom.
I'm telling you what I see. Let me show you. Okay. All right, let me show you. Will it allow me into WhatsApp? I hope it does. I want to show you it. Okay. Let me see if it allows me into WhatsApp. Okay, perfect. All right, so Shion. I wonder why I see this. My favorites. Okay, it ain't showing up. But what you have is, I don't know, it's taking too long to show up. What you have here is you have Shion, that she is. Look at your work carefully. You have 15 into 46. 3, 45. You have 6 minus 5 is 1. But you have 4 minus 4 is 2.
Okay.
And that's why I'm telling you to check it. All right, so number
Yes, so you're right, okay.
Yeah, I know you're right. Yes, go ahead.
So how come you say I get it wrong even though I get it right?
Best Destiny. Oh, I said that the way you did it was wrong. See, listen.
I
Let me show
didn't see
you.
nothing wrong with it because
Yeah,
it looked the same.
that's your problem right there. You're not seeing. Look carefully. Oh, I wish this thing would load up. Destiny. Look at your stuff. Look carefully. These are not raised to the power. I keep on telling you that. This multiplication. Don't do 7 to the power of 3. 5 and look. Come on. Look at this writing. Who are you giving this to, Destiny? But I keep on telling you about this. Look at your 3. They don't even look like a 3. Look at your 5. Form your numbers properly. What's so hard about forming your numbers so properly? What's so difficult about that? Secondly, you don't have the multiplication sign. You just have 7 to the power of 3. It's not 7 to the power of 3. It's not 5 to the power of 5. It is multiplication. But the problem is you want to do your own thing and still want me to mark it right. I don't get it. Destiny, do you understand?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be equal to. So form your letters, form your numbers properly. Make sure I put the multiplication sign, everyone. I keep on telling y'all, I'm not Bahamas Waste. Don't give me garbage. So capital, so the 3 here is going to be what?
The whole,
That's going to be the whole number. The 1 here is going to be the what?
the numerator,
Numerator, yeah. And the 15 here is going to be the what?
denominator.
Denominator, okay? So it's going to be 3 and what? 1
5.
over,
I mean 15.
over 15. Look at how I write my 3 and 1 over 15. Look at it. What I did was the 3 is big. This goes for who else? Shekinah. The 3 is big and the 1 over 5 is on the side of it like this. You don't want to have it. You do not want to have it like this. It is not small 3 and 1 over 5 like that. That's not what it is. It's not that. It almost look like 31 over 5. You don't want that. So everything matters. Stop being careless with your work. Everything matters. All right, so let's go. So I think we're ready for the exercises. Naya, why is your slope 9? Your slope's supposed to be 19. Check your graph.
Yes, sir.
The same thing I'm talking about now, being careless. Can't be careless, man. You have to do it properly. All right, so let's go. So let's do the graded exercise. Finally, we get to that. Hopefully, we're able to do them properly. So let's go. Graded exercise. Number 1. My image. Da, 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 da. So with these ones, if you notice, we're gonna do is we're gonna have these are gonna be unlike denominators. So instructions to the world of the sea. Where's Alicia Brown? All right, so add the fractions. Alicia, are you here?
I'm here, sir.
But you still haven't submitted that work I gave you from yesterday. Hello?
Yes, I still need some help with some of the equations.
Okay. So when it's like that, just message me and let me know the status, because I'm like, I didn't know what you needed help with. And I just didn't see no work. So which one in particular you need help with?
The first one.
The first one?
Yeah. Because even though you said use cosine rule.
Of the angle one.
Okay, so I would like for you to like give me an example to show me exactly how I should go about them.
Okay, sure, no problem. I give you an example. Okay, so I'll give you an example on that so you can see how to do it. And then if there's any other questions, you can let me know. All right, so let's begin with, let's do these. So what was the last one? Last one, 7, okay. So all right, so for these questions, you're gonna do them on your own. That's the first thing. The second thing is please do them neatly. Do the work neatly, please. That's very important. Just because you're on virtual, that doesn't mean you're gonna submit sloppy work. So make sure form your numbers properly, make sure everything is legible and neat. Make sure simplify where possible, and make sure your answer is written in as a mixed fraction. Okay, so it's just 5 of them. Again, once you finish with them, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp once you are done. All right, so please complete this. And once you finish with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Naya, where's Naya?
Yes, sir.
So you, for number 1, you take the derivative of that, you get 2 times 4 is 8, 8x minus 37, good, that's right. When you substitute, it's gonna be 19, that's correct. So for number 1, your graph is right, everything is right for that. The problem where I have Naya, so I tell you, pay attention. Look carefully at, oh, this is nice. So Naya, look at it. This is crazy. That's why I tell you, pay attention. Number 4 and number 5 were meant to trick you. So notice that A is negative. Remember I tell you what happens when A is negative. when A is negative, you end up having something like this. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so that means it's gonna be upside down, and so you can't give me that. Secondly, if your slope is 0, right? That means what? That means that you have a horizontal line. So your tangent should not be slanting.
That's what I was thinking, but I thought it would be, never mind.
You see what I'm saying? So fix that.
Yes, sir.
So 4 and 5, you definitely have to fix that. Yeah, because your slope's supposed to be, sorry, your orientation of your graph is supposed to be the opposite way.
Yes, sir.
But it looks like you take the derivative right. It's just that your graphing is wrong.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Alasia, what number are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Anastasia, what number are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Chai, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. How about you, Deandra? Hello, 1. All right, Deandra, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. All right. Destiny, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Doronique, what number are you on?
Number 3.
Okay. And Erica, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4, let's go. Erwin, what number you on? Erin, what number you on? Okay. And Javin, what number you on?
I am number 2.
Number 2, Jeremy, what number you on? Jeremy, what number are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Talia, what number you on?
Number 2.
Is your work neat?
Yes, so.
Okay. Send me number 1. Let me see. Let me be the judge of that. Send me number 1 via email. Let me see how you're doing that. Javin. I already asked Javin. Kai, what number are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Kenyon, where's Kenyon? Kenyon. I can't hear from Kenyon. Hello? What number are you on? Do you understand what to do?
That's not.
All right. And Lanaya, when I'm gonna receive my work, please? Lanaya,
Yes, sir.
when am I gonna receive my work?
I'm gonna send this first one that I did.
I don't understand what's taking you so long. Hello? That was a question. What's taking you so long?
I don't really understand, but I think I did it.
Pardon? I can't hear you. No, you have to speak.
I said I didn't really understand when I was looking back over the notes, but I think I did it right.
Okay. Marinique?
Question 3.
Question 3, where? You mean on these add fractions thing?
Yes, sir.
Did you send me the derivatives from yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But Marinique,
Yes. Your pencil is very light. So it's very hard to see these things. So when you do it, please do it in pen when you do it, because I could barely see this. It's so light. I can't see these. It's so light. I can't see them. So do it over, but this time do it in pen, because I can't see that.
Mr. Petit, I have a question.
Go ahead.
For number 5, where it says 14.5, would that still be on the positive side or the negative side?
Say it again. Say it again.
For number 5, for the graph, with 14.5, would that still be on the negative side or the positive side of the slope?
Like, I'm hearing your words, but I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Say it one more time.
Okay, maybe my question ain't making sense. 1 second.
No. I was distracted. Say it again.
Okay, so for the slope, right, since I have to draw the slope the other way, would 14.5 be on the negative or the positive side?
Which question?
Number 5.
No, it'd still be oh 14, you mean the slope?
Yes, sir.
It's still the positive slope, so it's ascending. I see your point now. I see your point. Ah, I see your point. I see your point. I see your point. Okay. Gotcha.
Mr. Petit, Mr. Petit, I sent my.
Okay, no problem. So what that means now is when you draw it, so you got to draw it something like this. So because you need the slope to be positive, but you're dealing with a negative function. So you have to draw it like
So
this.
draw it like an N? Or
Still draw it like an N, right? But you cannot draw it because if you draw it like, if you draw it in the middle, you remember you're dealing with 14.5. So if you draw it in the middle like this, the problem is it's only here where it's ascending. Here it's descending. So you can't draw it in the middle. So what you need to do, you have to draw it like in the first quadrant. So you have to draw it like here. And then your 14 is going to be, or you have to draw it like scoot it over some more. So probably, because 14 is going to be about there, right? Wait, where's your X? No, your X is what? 3 over.
X is 3/4.
Oh, okay, that ain't bad. So 3/4. So let's put 3/4 there, and then make sure you have your thing looking like this. And then it's gonna be like that. So this is where it's gonna be. Because your slope have to be ascending.
Yes,
Because it's a
sir.
positive slope, yeah. All right, so if you are finished, please send in your work. If you are finished, please let me know that you send in your work so I can check it.
Mr. Petit, I already sent mine to you.
Okay, no problem. Erica, your whole number needs to be bigger. So, like I said, it has to be bigger than the whole fraction can combine. Your whole number is too small, Erica.
They're small. Let me make them bigger.
Yes, yeah, small. It has to cover the top and the numerator. So it has to be bigger than, like, see how mine covers the numerator and the denominator. It has to be like that. But these look right. When we do them together, I'll know for sure, but these definitely look right.
Now,
Erica, look. I can't see it. I don't see no big discrepancies.
Mr. Petit, something working.
Okay, no problem. Anastasia.
I just think that work.
Okay. Anastasia, for number 4, why do you have a point on why is 0.3? Or the dot isn't supposed to be there.
Messenger, I sorry for that.
Okay.
It ain't, I ain't supposed to be there.
Okay.
When I was doing it.
All right. All right. Other than that, I don't see anything that. All right, Deandra. One thing I would say, Deandra, is that when you do it, where's Deandra?
I'm here, Mr. Petit.
When you do it, you have to put equals to your whole number. You just have your mixed number floating in space. It's like it has to be equal to something. So when you do 54, or like say how you do 54 over 15, put equal to 3 and 1 over 5. I mean equal to 3 and 9 over 15, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like you need equal
Yes.
sign.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
so if so if the thing was negative, is the parabola supposed to look like an N, or it doesn't matter?
I trying to figure what you sent me was classwork that was marked. I'm trying to figure why you sent me that.
I didn't graph those. I
You didn't
thought
graph.
you wanted me to graph them, please.
Okay. But if you graph and where's your for number 2, if you graph it, where's your where's your tangent line? I see your point, but I don't see the tangent line.
Oh.
And your parabola should not look like this. Lanaya, your parabola should not look like this. Should not look like this. This is not a parabola. Parabola is like this. It's a complete difference. All right. Darnik, very neat. Very neat work, Darnik. As usual. Shekinah.
Yes, sir.
Yours is neat too. Okay. Kenyan. Let me check Kenyans. Okay. All right. Again, everyone, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I only received some from a few of you.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I just sent mine in.
Yes, I saw it. Oh, I said
You're very
simplify.
welcome.
I said simplify completely. Miss Olivia, 10 and 15. You can simplify that for number 3. You can simplify that for some more. Same thing goes for Deandra. Number 3 can simplify some more.
Pardon me, sir, I didn't hear you.
Number 3 can simplify some more.
Okay, I'll do it.
Same thing for Erica. Where's Erica? Number 3. Number 3 can simplify some more. Alasia did it. Very good, Alasia. But number 3 can simplify some more.
Number 3
Yes, number 3.
on mine too.
I can see right now. Anastasia. Yes, on yours too.
Okay.
No, that's not right, Shekinah. Talia, what number you on, Talia?
I know number 5.
Number 5.
It's Petit.
Yes.
You could change the slide so I can get number 5, please.
Change the slide so you get number 5. Number 5 is I think it is job. Talia.
Yeah, so
It's much better. The only problem is I don't need you to have it slanted. I don't want your fractions written slanted. I want it to be written like this. So don't write it slanted. But your handwriting is much better. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. All right, so we have some persons who haven't sent their work yet. Jevin, where's your work? Where's Bain? Kai,
One
where's,
more, Mr. Petit.
where's Kai? Kai. Kai, where's your work? And Alicia. Alicia Brown, are you there? Alicia Brown, are you there? I wonder if she could hear me. Am I rich? All right, so let's do this together. It's only you're on 15 minutes before it's time for language. I wish Alicia would answer me. To the world I see.
Mr. Petit, I sent it.
Okay, no problem. All right. Okay. Alicia, help me with number 1, please. Alicia, help me with number 1. Help me with number 1.
First, we have to find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3.
And what is that?
15.
Good, 15. So after that, what do we do?
Multiply 5 times 3 and 8 times 3,
Very
and
good.
3 times 5 and 6 times 5.
Very good. So this is going to be multiplied by 3. For those persons who haven't sent all their work yet, please send it to me now. I need your work. I need your work. This is very important. All right, so we have for the first one, Alicia.
The first one is 24 over 15.
24 over 15. Very good. And this is the second one.
The second one is 30 over 15.
Very good. 30 over 15. I agree. And what we have for the numerator?
Next, we have the two numerators, which will give us 50 over 15.
Say it again.
Next, we add the two top numerators that will give us 50 over 15.
50?
54 over 15.
Oh, 54. Okay. Good. 54 over 15. And then what else will we do?
Divide 54 by 15.
Very good. So we have to divide it. How much times? So what's your final answer when you divide it? What you got?
My final answer was 3 and 9 over 15, but I simplified it, so I got 3 over 5.
Okay, so 3 and 9 over 15. Please pay attention, class, because a lot of you stop here. There's a number that can go into 9 and 15. What number can go into 9 and 15?
3.
3. So we have to divide top and bottom by 3. And so its answer is gonna be what? Still 3, but what? 9 divided by 3 is what?
3.
3. And 15 divided by 3 is what?
1.
15 divided by 3 is what?
5.
5. So the answer is, the final answer is 3 and 3 over 5. How many persons
Miss
got that?
Vidita, I get that because I thought I must have got to wear glasses. I put 5 for 3 underneath 6.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So anyone else got this? 3 and 3 over 5? Anyone else got it?
After you said to simplify it, I got it.
Okay. All right. Tia, number 2.
Yeah, so okay, first you want me to find the lowest common multiples?
No, just start from multiplying.
Okay. First
It's
you
not okay. It's
multiply.
not okay. It's not okay.
Yes, sir.
Keep on telling you about that.
First you multiply the 5 by the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do on the bottom, you have to do on the top. So you multiply the 9 by the 3, and you multiply the next 3 by the 5, and you multiply the 7 by the 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first one will be 15 over 27
What?
plus 50.
You sure? You mean 27 over 15?
Oh, yes, sir, my bad.
Is Shoshone still there or no? I think she had to go. Go ahead. 27 over 15.
27 over 15.
Uh-huh.
And then plus 35 over 15.
Plus 35
Over 15.
Very good. That's correct.
Mr. Petit, in the test, they could use any denominator. And you'll have to find the lowest common factor.
Yes. And they can use it. It don't have to be 5 and 3. And so tomorrow when we come, we'll do different denominators. We wasn't able to do that today. But they're gonna give you different denominators. It doesn't have to be 5 and 3.
Okay.
What do we do here?
Now we add the numerators, and our new answer will be 62, sorry, over 15.
When you add them, you get 62.
Yes, sir.
So what we have here is when we add the 2, we get 62 over 15. Olivia?
Yes, sir.
Make sure I put this fraction. Do not put equal to, and then you start your adding. That's not right.
Where is that?
For number 2. You have to actually put the fraction 62 over 15. You do the adding on a separate side. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So don't put equal to the addition. That's not right. All right. So when we divide, here what we get.
We get our whole number will be 4, and then our remainder will be 2. So our whole number will be 4, and our fraction will be 2 over 15.
4 and 2 over 15. Did anyone else get that? 4 and 2 over 15?
I did.
Yes, sir, I got on.
Very good. If you get it, mark it right. If you got it wrong, please correct it. Kai, where's Kai?
Yes, sir.
Did you get this?
For number 2?
Yes.
No, sir.
Why you're not sending in your work is the first thing.
I haven't finished.
It's
I'm on
only
number
5. It's only 5 questions. I don't know why it's taking you so long. Are you playing game?
No, sir.
So what's taking you so long? So it's taking you so long. You don't have eternity to finish these questions. Secondly, why you got this wrong?
I'm trying to see what I did. Did they go?
What you got? 62 over 15? Did you get that?
No, sir.
Did you get 27 and 15 and 35 over 15? Did you get that at least?
35 over 15 and 27 over 15. Yes, sir. I got that.
So what happened with your adding? You can't add now? Hello, Kai.
I think I
You can't be rushing, because if you was rushing, you would submit your work already. The problem is you're distracted. That's the problem. You need to be focused. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead.
Me?
Deandra. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so what I did was 10 times 3, find the lowest common factor between 5 and 3.
Not fact, it's multiple.
I mean multiple, sorry.
Mhm.
So I have 30 over 15. 10
Mhm.
times 3 is 30.
Mhm.
And the 5 times 3 is the 15.
Mhm.
I have plus 40 over 15. 8 times 5 is 40.
Mhm.
3 times 5 is the 15.
Mhm.
So that gives me 70 over 15. I then divide. Yeah,
Mhm. Divide.
divide. 15 into 70
Mhm.
gives me 4 times.
Mhm.
And 4 multiply 15 is 60.
So
So therefore,
what's your mixed number?
my mixed number, you mean in the 70 over 60? That's what you mean in? Is the
No,
10?
that's an improper fraction. I want the mixed number. Like your final answer.
Oh, 4 is the 4, and then 10 over 15. And
Good.
then I divide both of them by 5 because they can break down.
Uh-huh.
And I get 2 over 3.
So you divide all two of them by 5, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. It's gonna be equal to 4 and what?
2 over 3.
2 over 3. Very good. Talia, I don't have your work. Where's Talia?
Yes, so
I need your work, please. It's only 5 questions. I don't know what's taking
I
you so long.
sent it.
You sent it via Gmail?
So
Let me see. Okay. Why is it blue? I can't see that. That's blue. I cannot see that. How you get that blue like that?
that's my light.
Yeah, I can't see that though. So you need to take the picture and send it again. Destiny, did you send your work?
Not yet.
What's taking you so long, Destiny?
I'm just on the phone, so I have to go get now.
Okay. Arnie, did you send your work?
Yes, sir.
Shekinah, Palma.
I'm about to send it.
You always go into send. You never send. Shekinah, you need to start sending and stop going to send. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tristan Bain. Not Tristan Moss, sorry. I can't hear from him. Tiara, what you got for number 4?
I got 5 1/5.
5 and 1 over 5. 5 and 1 over 5. For number 4? Tiara, I'm talking to you for number 4.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, walk me
I
through
miss
how
a
you got
mute.
that. Walk me how you got that answer. Let me out.
So I times 3 by 11 and 3 by 5.
And what you got?
I got 33. 33 over 15.
Okay. And what else?
And for 9 over 3. I times up by 5 and I got 45 over 15.
Okay, 45 over 15. Okay, good. Now,
And then I equal that and get 78.
78 over what?
15.
Okay, 78 over 15. Good.
Then I divide 15 into 78.
Mm-hmm.
And 15 going to 78 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 75. So 78, take away.
Wait. 15 times 5 is 75.
Yes, so
5 times 5 is, put the 5 down, put the 2 up. 5 down. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so what you get at the end?
I get 5. I get 5 as a whole and 3 15. Then I simplify it to 5 1/5.
Okay, 5 and 3 over 5. 3 over 15, sorry. Olivia, you see a mistake?
Yeah, so I'm correcting it right now.
Okay. And so what you do at this point?
I divide 3 and 15 into 3. 3 divided by 3 and 15 divided by 3. That gives me 1/5.
So you get 5.
1/5.
5 and 1 over 5. Very good. Anyone else got that? 5 and 1 over 5.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Excellent. All right, number 5. Darnik, help me with number 5, please.
It's you, Mr. D.
Yes, Jeremy.
It's please.
Did you send your work?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Go ahead, Darnik. Help me with number 5.
You multiply 5 times 3 and 3 times 5 is 15. What you do to the bottom, do to the top. Multiply 12 times 3 and 10 times 5. The first one is 36 over 15 plus 50 over 15
That's correct.
equals 86 over 15.
That's correct. Equals 86 over 15.
Divide 15 into 86.
Okay.
Goes into what? 15 times 5 is 75. That's the highest to get to 86. 86 over 75 equals 11.
Kai, give me one moment. Kai.
Yes, sir.
Why does it look like you copying what I have on the screen for your answers?
No, sir.
Mr. Petit, I sent you a message. You could look at it for me, please.
I saw it.
Interruption.
Yeah, I saw it. All right, go ahead, Darn. Sorry about that. And what you get when you divide it?
I got 5 and 11 over 15.
Very good. 5 and 11 over 15. All right. Anyone else got that? 5 and 11 over 15.
Yes,
Yes,
I
sir.
did.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's what I got.
Anyone got all right?
Yes,
Yes, sir,
sir.
I got all right.
Okay.
All
Yes.
right.
If you got all right in the chat, please listen to me carefully. If you got all right in the chat, please state I. If you got all right, do not lie, because I could always check and I will call out persons who lie. If you got all right in the chat, just put I. Let me know who you are.
I get all right, but I got the thing to
Without the
simplify it.
simplification, that's fine. Without the simplification, that's good.
Without the simplification, meaning the breaking down.
Yeah, without that, even without that.
Yeah, I have all right. So but I simplify like this, like the
I
breaking
got
down.
all right.
That's fine. That's fine. But you still got it. So you could still put that. Marnik, Shion, Alasia, Erica, Deandra, Taya. Where's my boys? Did any boy get it right? Get all right?
I didn't get one wrong.
Jeremy, stop lying. You didn't get all right. For number 5, you have 5 and 10 over 15. It's 5 and 11 over 15. All right, so write down this homework for me, please. This homework is due tomorrow. So math homework. Again, write down this homework for me, please. It's due tomorrow. Oh, I spelled homework wrong. Homework. All right, it's due Thursday. At 3 p.m. So it's due on or before.
Excuse me, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna be home at 3 p.m. I have work.
Who's speaking?
Chai.
Okay, that's fine. Then do it tonight and send it.
Okay then. Okay, sir.
The first thing when y'all see homework, y'all giving excuses. Come on, man. If you for some reason cannot submit it on or before 3 o'clock, then do it tonight. Just do it before you go sleep. No, not but that. So add fractions given. And I want you to simplify, right? Now,
Next two.
say it again.
Do it in mixed fraction too.
Yeah, do it as a mixed number. Now, when I give this homework, 3 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock. It's not 3:01, it's not 3:05, it's not 4:30. It's 3 o'clock. And if you feel like you cannot do it before 3 o'clock, well, make sure it's done before 3 o'clock. So 13/5 plus 7/3. Number 2. Let's do 14/5 plus 5. That's terrible. Go ahead.
Can it be a different denominator instead of 5 and 3?
No, we're just staying with 5 and 3. We're gonna do different denominators tomorrow. So the issue with these problems is that they are really gonna test who can multiply and who can't multiply. So you have to make sure that you know how to multiply properly. Change.
All right, so just those 4 questions, just those 10 questions. Complete them for tomorrow. Again, this is the homework for this evening. I want it on or before 3 o'clock tomorrow. No, it's not, like I said, it's not 3:01, it's not 3:05, it's not 4:30, it's 3 o'clock. A lot of people want to have their own deadlines. If you want to have your own deadlines, find another class that's going to give you your own deadlines and your own times. But if you're in this class, make sure you respect the deadlines that are given and try to do it quickly so that I can mark it and you can get it over with. Don't wait till the last minute, especially since it's fresh, you know what to do. Get it done and submit it. You can submit this via WhatsApp. And for those who do not have WhatsApp, send it via email. All right. Okay, so just those 10. Shekinah. Where's Shekinah?
Which one?
Shekinah Kalma.
I finished mine, write it down.
Okay, no problem. Shekinah Kalma. Shekinah Kalma, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Where's the work that you say you was going to send?
I send it.
You sent it what, via email or WhatsApp?
What's up?
No, I don't have it. Nope, I don't have it. So you need to send it again. I need to do this every class.
I send it again.
Yes, I see it this time.
All right, are we done with writing this homework down? I want to make sure everybody have it before we move on. Can we move on? Does everyone have it? Speak to me. Does everyone have it?
Don't finish. One more.
Yes. Okay.
I got this down, Mr. D.
I know about All right, are we done with writing this notes? Not notes, but the homework.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so that's good. Remember, the homework is due what time tomorrow?
3 o'clock tomorrow.
3 o'clock. Now it could be sent earlier, so you don't have to wait until 3. But 3 o'clock is the latest. And these should be easy. Just quickly do them. They're not long. And I want everyone to send them. And I have 30 people, so I should have 30 pieces of homework sent to me by 3 o'clock tomorrow. All right, so moving right along, let's go on to English language. The last thing we were on was metaphor. So, and we was differentiating between metaphor and simile. Can someone tell me what is a metaphor? Can someone define it?
Can I tell you?
Go ahead. I heard Jeremy first. Go ahead.
Okay. It's a figure of speech.
I know it's figure of speech. We know that.
I know.
Go ahead.
It is a figure of speech, and they describe two things together. Compare two things.
Yeah, we already know that though. It compares two things. A figure. I want some more. Like, what you mean?
A metaphor is a figurative device that compares something directly to something else in order to create a resemblance.
Okay. Yes, I agree with that. So, so what's the difference between a simile and a metaphor?
Hi.
We compare things using like or as and metaphor doesn't.
Very good. So, okay, so when we look at a simile compares things using like or as. A metaphor is a comparison that compares two unlike things without using like or as. So, is it possible for me to have a simile and then change it into a metaphor? Is it possible?
Yes.
Of course it is, right? So let's do that. That's what I want us to look at today. I want us to take similes and convert them into metaphors, and then take metaphors and convert them into similes. So that's what we're going to be doing for language for today. Christopher,
Yes, sir.
how are you looking on your side?
I'm doing the graph part for the questions.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you understand how to find the derivative, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Y'all did derivatives already?
Yes, sir. We did. We just didn't do like the graph. Well, we
So
did do the graph, but we did it differently.
you
It
did it
wasn't like
different.
yes, sir.
I could barely hear you so low.
Sorry. I have different earphones today.
Okay. All right. So let's begin. So when does your summer job end?
It ends around the same time school starts, like the
Okay.
week of the 29th, I think she said.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So you have a full month basically.
Yes, sir.
That's good. All right. So let's begin. So we're gonna be today's what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So today is Wednesday. Please head up with me, please. Today is Wednesday, the what? The 2nd of August, 2023. The subject is obviously English language. Naya, did you finish the marker?
Yes, sir. I sent it to you.
Okay, that's all of them.
Yes, sir.
Please stay back. I wanna look over them with you. All right, so for the examples, what I want us to do is I want us to convert the similes into metaphors and vice versa. So if it's a simile, convert it into a metaphor. If it's a metaphor, convert it into a simile. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So example 1. So for this one, we have, it says here, her smile is as bright as the sunshine. So her smile is as bright as the sunshine. So let's do the conversion now. So first of all, the first thing we have to do is let's identify whether this is a simile or a metaphor first. So I'm gonna ask, let's see what I'm gonna ask. Kai, is this sentence a simile or a metaphor?
It's a simile.
It's a simile. Okay, Erica, not Erica, I'm sorry, not Erica. Ebony, is this sentence on the screen, is that a simile or a metaphor?
That's a simile.
A simile, why do you think it's a simile?
Because it has as in it.
Very good, because that's as in it. And plus, it's comparing two things. I wanna know, Shoshone, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Were you able to take down homework?
I was able to take it down.
Do you understand that that's due tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
I do.
Okay, make sure you submit the homework. Do you understand that, Shoshone?
I do.
Make sure, please, make sure y'all submit homework. It's impossible for us to have a class if you're not submitting homework. So, Erica, what two things are being compared in this simile?
Smile and sunshine.
Very good. Her smile and the sunshine. So those are the two things that are being compared in this simile. Her smile and the sunshine.
You put here.
I put hair.
Yeah.
Thank you. Her smile. Thank you. Her smile is as bright as the sunshine. So smile and sunshine are being compared. So the question is, Naya, how are we going to convert this into it's a simile, so we're going to convert it into a metaphor. How are we going to convert that? Naya.
You asked me.
Naya.
You remove the I.
So give me the sentence.
I don't know.
What?
I can say it, Mr. Petit.
Oh, wow. Naya, this is, okay, try, Shion.
Okay. Her smile is like a smile bright, like sunshine.
You can't use like, because if you use like, it's a simile still. You're trying to change it, you're trying to change it to metaphor. Go ahead, Taya.
There.
Yeah.
Her smile is brighter than the sunshine.
No, no. That's not a, no. Try to use is or was, right? So metaphors, you typically try to use is or was for metaphors.
I could try.
Go ahead.
A smile was bright as the sunshine.
You're still using as.
Was.
Smile.
You say was bright as the sunshine. Still has as there. You don't want to add.
I can try.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Her smile is bright and so is the sunshine.
That's a good try. That's not right though. No. Go ahead, Krista.
Can I? Her smile is sunshine.
Say it again.
Her smile is sunshine.
Yes, that's correct. So her bright smile is the sunshine. All right. A bright smile is the sunshine. Now, when we say her bright smile is the sunshine, what we mean is that, tell me what we mean. I'm not gonna tell you. What we mean when we say her bright smile is the sunshine, what does that mean?
Radiant.
Smile is very
Radiant, radiant, joyful, Do we mean that she is the sun? Is that what we mean?
No, sir.
No. We mean figurative. It's figurative language. So we say her bright smile is the sunshine. All right.
Like her smile is radiant.
Her
like
smile
the
is
sun.
radiant. Very good. Her smile is radiant like the sun. Excellent interpretation there, Erica. All right. So in the missing thing, what are we gonna put? We gotta put what? S, right? Because it was a what? It was a simile. So we're gonna put S there. All right. So let's try another one. Y'all ready for the next one? Oh boy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I try this one?
Anyone can try this one. So let's do number 2. This is going to be a second example before we get into the graded exercise. So this one says, my homework, like the homework you had to do tomorrow, my homework was a breeze. My homework was a breeze. Jevin, tell me, what is this, a simile or a metaphor?
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor, not Ford. It's a
Me
metaphor. Metaphor, okay. Anastasia, what two things are being compared in this metaphor?
Homework and breeze.
Homework and breeze, very good. Homework and breeze are being compared. Homework and breeze. Those two things are being compared. All right, whoa, you see that? Those are straight lines. I did that with my hand. Wow, it's great. Tiara,
Yes, sir.
I need you to respond more often because I know you could talk.
Oh, my bad.
How can we convert this into a simile?
My homework is like a breeze.
My homework is like a breeze. No,
Yeah, that makes sense.
no. Let me ask.
Can I try one?
Anyone could try. You could volunteer yourself. Yes, try, Jeremy. What do you think?
I could try.
Go ahead. I got let Jeremy first. Go ahead.
Was easy
My homework was easy.
as a breeze.
Easy as a breeze. Close. Very close. Very close, Jeremy. Anyone else want to try?
My homework is a breeze.
My homework is a breeze. That's a metaphor. You're trying to use a simile.
I will try.
What about my homework was as easy
As
as a breeze
That's very
on
close.
the way?
Very close.
What about my homework was as quick as a breeze?
My homework was as quick as a breeze. Close. Where's Naya?
My homework was as easy as the breeze.
My homework was as easy as the breeze. Say that again.
Just like what you said, my homework was as easy as the breeze.
Close. So
I will try.
go ahead, Javin.
My homework is no.
So the answer is my homework was as easy as sitting in a cool breeze.
Mr. Petit, can you give us example words of metaphor?
I'll say words of metaphor. It's just like was and is. So you know definitely it's gonna be a metaphor because it has was in it. You know, simile is like or as. Okay. The reason why this is a simile is because we use as in it. So my homework was as easy as sitting in a cool breeze. So that's a simile. But my homework was a breeze. We know that that's a metaphor. So if it has is in it, if it has was in it, it's a metaphor, more than likely. And if it's comparing two things, then it's a metaphor as well.
You do
So-
on my
No, we go on the exercises. Only these two. So
So the similes are is and like, and the
no,
metaphor is
no, the
what?
simile is like or as,
Like or as.
and
And
the
the
metaphor
metaphor is
is
was.
was or is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's do some. I mean, not let's do some. I'm gonna allow you to do it on your own. So this is graded exercise number 1. So
But can you say some drink, please?
yes, you can. So the instructions is for each sentence, write S if it is a simile, and we're gonna write if it's a metaphor. M if it is a metaphor. Then rewrite then if it is a simile, sorry, then if it is a simile, rewrite it as a metaphor and vice versa.
vice versa means the opposite.
Yeah. So the opposite applies, right?
Mr. Pati,
Mm-hmm.
are these the same examples you give us?
No, I'm gonna change it right now. So for number 1, we're gonna say her hair was like a bird's nest. Number 2, my book is a time. No, I don't. His voice was like thunder.
Mr. Pati,
Uh-huh.
you still got those conversions?
So I have to do the conversions, yes. The moon is a diamond in the sky.
Mr. T, underline the similes as well?
Yes, you mean the comparisons, like with two things are
Yeah,
being
the
compared?
comparison.
Yes. Sure. The house was an oven. The ocean was waves were as tall as skyscrapers. Number 6. The possum's eyes were two shiny round dimes. So in each case, we're going to write S if it's a simile, M if it's a metaphor, and then we're going to write the conversion. Once you finish with it, please take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
So if it's a simile, Mr. Petit, then you write this,
Yeah, if it's a simile, you write it a metaphor. If it's a metaphor, you change it into a simile.
Okay.
All right, good. Tia, what number are you on?
I'm on number 3.
Very good. And Taya, what number you on?
I'm writing them, then answering them.
Okay, so what number you on in your writing?
Number 6.
6. Tristan Moss. Okay, can't FMM. Sarah, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Zarin, did you see the homework that's due for tomorrow?
Yes, sir. I wrote it down.
Put it down. Okay. You remember? Do you remember what time is it due for?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. No excuses. All right. Talia, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Shoshone, what number are you on?
I'm on number 4, sir.
Okay. And Shekinah Kalma, what number are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Shekinah Roberts, what number are you on? Shekinah Roberts. How about you, Shion? What number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5, great. Ramon, Raming, what number are you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Ramon, that's what I'm saying. Ramon, where were you in during math? I don't see no math work from you. Pardon?
I sent you.
No, you haven't. So what you been doing? You've been playing gaming.
I did them.
I asked you one question. You want to answer that yet? Were you playing game?
Also,
Okay, so why don't I have my work? Hello, why don't I have my work, Ramon?
I sent you right now.
So what you need to do is you need to stop being distracted and focus and send the work on time. You understand me? All right. Do you understand the math work though? Do you understand how we added the fractions?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. Aranik, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. Naya, what number you on?
Number 5.
Okay, once you finish with the questions, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's everyone. Once you finish, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Krista Ford, what you working on?
I don't fully understand. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't fully understand how I.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
How is it supposed to be drawn as?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And then I supposed to start like a group. Lanaya.
They sent a picture.
I did.
You start the group?
It helped for
Yes, sir.
Like, and that's not supposed to be helpful. So why is she lost?
I know.
It was
I
helpful.
Say it again.
It was helpful for a moment, but like,
You're funny.
it's like, actually, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I need to do, but I'm
All right.
trying.
Okay, no problem. But what I'm gonna do is after class, I'm gonna show you what to do. Because clearly that group, I don't know what to say with
I
that group.
tried my best. It's hard to try to get someone to understand something if you barely understand it yourself.
Right, right. That's what the problem.
That's the problem. Is okay, good. So I need to reteach that whole thing tomorrow. Okay, no problem. I got it.
Can I
No, we good, we good, we good.
No, I got
We
it.
good.
No, I understand what my mission is tomorrow. We're gonna start from constant functions and do the whole thing.
Whoa. Constant function.
Wait, but that's that.
You could just start from quadratic functions. You don't gotta go like to the very beginning.
No, y'all say y'all don't get it, so I need to make sure y'all understand.
Don't get it. That was just, I was trying to be
Don't
humble. You see, Mr. Batiste?
Yes,
We were
right.
just being
We're
humble.
trying not to be caught, please. Yeah. So
I get the derivatives part, but I don't get the graphing part.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's where most people fail.
Can I do number 3?
All right. All right. Kenyan, what number you on, Kenyan? All right, Kai, what number are you on?
I'm on number 1, but I'm doing the rewriting.
Okay, no problem. Ebony, I see yours. Jeremy, what number you on, Jeremy?
And the last question.
Okay, and Erica, what number you on?
The last one.
The last one, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Darnik, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Where is Olivia? Is Olivia here? No, she's not doing English. I just forget. Chai, what number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6. I just remember there's a number 6. And Anastasia, what number are you on?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Wait, Mr. Petit, for the graph, right?
Go ahead, yes.
Curve? That's it?
Say it again?
For the graph, do I just draw a curve and then
No.
label it?
Okay, draw the curve, label it, and show the slope of the tangent line.
Oh. That's it?
That's it.
Oh,
Just like how they showed you in the image. I'm sure they sent you the image.
I mean, yes, sir, they did, but no, I mean,
Oh.
like if I really just draw like a U, like
Oh, yes,
this.
that's it. Yeah, just draw you. Yeah.
Okay,
And then, because it's a sketch, we ain't trying to be precise here.
okay. Well, thank you.
No problem. But Naya,
Yes, sir.
are you still drinking your water?
You know, I
Because if you bring
listen.
if you bring that Gatorade, someone will have your head.
I thought I could get away with the Gatorade.
You ain't know Crystal will politely dispose of that Gatorade for you.
This is when I turn back around, the Gatorade gone missing.
I know, right? Krista had a riot when she saw that Gatorade.
I'm drinking other beverages, not Gatorade, but not water.
What is that?
Passionate about this Gatorade.
It's not Gatorade, but it's not water.
But coconut water?
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't like Gatorade. I mean, Jesus, coconut water.
Coconut water. Well,
I feel like Gatorade is hydrating.
well, you heard the track star said it's not.
No, it's really not.
All right, let's begin with question number 1. Any volunteers to help me with question number 1? Besides Jevin, because Jevin always volunteering himself.
All right, if no one is volunteering, then I will volunteer someone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, someone is.
Okay, it's a simile.
Okay, okay, thank you. That's the first thing you have to identify. Is it a simile or, by the way, no one has sent me their work yet, except
Yes, I did.
for Kenyon, Jeremy, and Erica. And
I
Ebony.
sent you mine.
I sent mine too.
Naya? And Naya. Yes.
So you don't see Ebony, Mr. Petit?
I said your name, Ebony.
I sent
No,
mine
you
too.
didn't.
I did.
Okay, I said a simile, and the question, the sentence was her hair was like a bird nest.
Okay, so it is it's a simile. We know it's a simile.
And my conversion to it was her hair is a nest, which I think
What two things are being compared now?
hair and nest.
Very good. A hair to a bird's nest. So what you think the conversion is going to be?
Messy. Her hair is
Her hair is what?
a mess.
Her hair is a mess. Okay. All right, let's do the conversion. So we can say her messy hair is what? Is a bird's
nest.
Yeah.
Bird nest.
It's a bird's nest on top of a head.
Mr. Petit, I send you mine.
Okay, no problem. All right, so that's the first one. Anyone got this?
Yes, sir.
Her messy hair is a bird's nest on top of her head. All right, next question.
That's what I overhear. Her hair is a bird nest.
Yeah, that could work too.
Me too.
That could work too. But the adjective messy is there to, to emphasize the fact that it is messy. So the next one, Naya, what you have for number 2?
Since you used the adjective, it's a simile.
His voice was like thunder. Okay, so it's gonna be a simile, another simile.
Petit, I sent my work.
Okay, very good, guy. So 1 moment, maybe.
I just sent mine in too.
That's Tiara. Good. So his voice was like thunder, so that's also a simile. Sorry about that. Okay, his voice was like thunder. How did you convert it, Naya?
Since you used the adjective, I say his loud voice was thunder.
Okay.
His voice is a thunder.
Okay, his voice is thunder. Yes. So his voice is the thunder booming in our house. Now, I don't have to include all of this, but that's just context, right?
So Mr. Petit, very put his voice is very loud. I can't work it.
No, no. His voice is very loud. You giving me interpretation. You see what I'm saying? I don't want the interpretation of it. I want it to be converted into a metaphor. And so if you're trying to convert it into a metaphor, you need to use the two things that are being compared, which is the voice and the thunder. So you had to have something about thunder in there. You understand?
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Mr. Petit, I send you my work.
Kai, not Kai, Chai.
This chat.
Yes, I see it. Dorothy, what you have for number 3? Is it a simile
The
or
moon.
metaphor?
Metaphor.
Okay, it is a metaphor. The moon is a diamond in the sky. So how are we gonna change that?
Oh. The moon is like a diamond in the sky.
Yes, that's correct. Anyone else have anything?
I have something.
Yes, go ahead, Jeremy.
Yes, sir, I have that.
Mm-hmm.
I say the moon
Mm-hmm.
bright like a diamond in the sky.
Yes, I like that. The moon
I have the moon was a diamond in the sky.
was a diamond in the sky.
I have the.
Wait, one moment. Was
The
a
moon is
diamond
like
in the
a
sky?
diamond.
It have to be like or as. Remember, it's a simile. You change it into a simile. Mhm. So the moon in the night sky is as shiny as a diamond. So make sure you use like or as when you're trying to change it into a simile. Anyone else got number 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Is big like a diamond.
Did you say?
The moon
Uh-huh.
is big like a diamond.
The moon is big like a diamond?
Yeah, I don't put in the.
No. They're not talking about size in this they're talking about how luminous it is, like how shiny or bright or something like that.
If I said it shines bright, it's shining bright as a diamond. The moon is shining bright like a diamond.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Taya, number 4.
I have the house was
Is it a simile?
as hot
Wait,
as,
is it a simile or metaphor?
it's a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the house was like the hot desert sun. Was as hot as the hot desert sun.
So the house was what?
As hot as the desert sun.
No, you have to use the oven in there. So
Can I say mine, Mr. Petit?
go ahead.
The host, first is a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
The conversion is the house is hot like an oven, like oven.
That's correct. The house was hot like an oven.
I put that.
Very good. Or you can say the house was as hot as an oven. That could work as well. If you are not getting these, make sure make the corrections, please. If you get it wrong, make sure make the corrections for me, please. Again, if you got it wrong, make sure make the corrections. All right. So Shoni, what you have for number 5? Shoshone, what you have for number 5? Is Shoshone here? Is she here? Shoshone, are you there? No, I don't have from Shoshone. Shekinah, what you have for
Mr.
number 5?
Petit,
Yes, yes, Ebony.
sorry, before you move on.
Mm-hmm.
So what I put for number 4, I put the host is as hot as an oven. That right, or?
Yeah, the house is as hot as an oven. That's right.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Shoshone, not Shoshone, Shekinah. Where's Shekinah? Shekinah, are you there? Shekinah, not Shekinah Kalma. I'm sorry, Shekinah Kalma. Not Roberts. Okay, can I have I want oh, Aranik, are you there? Aranik, are you there? Aranik. Okay, let's try Alasia. Alasia, what you have for number 5? Then Talia will do number 6. Alasia, Thomas, let's go. Alasia, you're not speaking. Or if you're speaking, your mic is muted. I don't know why you keep on unmuting your mic. I can't hear you know. Alasia, let's go. Oh, your mic is not working properly. Aaliyah, what you have for number 5? We have the Talia, what you have for number 5?
Number 5 is a simile, and I have the oceans, waves, and the skyscraper. The skyscrapers were running like competition.
No, that's definitely not it.
I can do it.
No, that's not it. Go ahead, Shion.
Okay, it's a simile. The simile says the ocean waves were as tall as skyscraper.
Mhm.
Conversion, the ocean wave is tall.
Yes.
Oh.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So the conversion is the tall ocean waves. The tall ocean waves were skyscrapers. The only part you mentioned is the skyscrapers in the ocean. That's it. The tall ocean waves were skyscrapers in the ocean. And finally, number 6. Naya, what you have for that?
Mr. Petit, if you put the ocean wave is like a tall skyscraper, that's still correct?
No, you're still using like. You're trying to change it into a metaphor. So you can't use like.
Okay.
Go ahead, Naya, for
Number 6 was a metaphor. Converted to a simile, I put the possum's eyes were as shiny as 2 round dimes.
That's correct. The possum's eyes were as shiny as 2 round dimes. Anyone else got that? For number 6. Anyone else got that for number 6?
Yes, sir, I got that.
All right.
Thanks so much, yeah.
All right, so number 1 was definitely a simile. Number 2 was a simile. Number 3 is a metaphor. Number 4 is a metaphor. Number 5 is a simile. Number 6 is a metaphor. All right, so those are the answers. What I want you to do is, if you finish with this, take a picture of your work and send it to me. If you're finished with that, then you can leave. Everyone can leave besides Naya, Lanaya, Christopher, Marinique, but everyone else could leave.
But I find my work in a minute ago.
Okay, sure, no problem. Take care, everyone. All right, LO1.
Good night.
Good night.